Ivory Coast might have lost today, but I couldn't be more proud of Amad Diallo. When he came off that bench today, he was the best player on that pitch by an absolute mile. He was taking players on, creating chances, scored the goal. He was even blocking shots off the line for the other team. I swear, why didn't he start today? If he had started, Ivory Coast would have won that game. I couldn't be more proud that Amad Diallo plays for Manchester United. He should keep his head up high because that performance today, Amad Diallo, take a bow.
Absolute cinema. From Amad Diallo turning into Messi, Erling Haaland laughing at the fact that he almost missed a sitter. This beautiful goal from Antonio Nusa. A lot of fighting happening at the end. This game had it all. After Antonio Nusa scored an amazing banger in that first half, everyone thought that Norway is going to win this game easy until Amad Lionel Messi Diallo came on. This guy easily changed the game for Ivory Coast. I don't know why the coach decided to bench him, but man, that goal, the composure inside the box, he gave the ball, he received the ball, cut inside, amazing goal. But not long after that, Erling Braut Haaland, the best striker in the world, who had a quiet game, but he will always be in the right place at the right time. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That finish, you are lucky. The goalkeeper couldn't reach that. But Amad Diallo was not even done, bro. He decided to take an amazing free kick from 40-50 yards out, only to be stopped by Örjan Nyland. Amazing save. Oscar Bob should be a starter for Norway. Norway versus Brazil is going to be even crazier, man. I can't wait.
Norway has just beaten Ivory Coast 2-1, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, the better team got knocked out today, in my opinion. And I can already see people misunderstanding me and saying that, oh, you think Norway didn't deserve to qualify. No, that's not what I'm saying. They absolutely deserved it, and they played amazing. Especially that first goal from Nusa. Oh my gosh, that curl shot top right, it was just amazing. But Amad Diallo's goal, in my opinion, was so much better, and I thought that goal was actually gonna inspire Ivory Coast to get through and actually win the game. He came in as a super sub and changed everything, and that goal is probably one of the goals of the tournament. And this is why I thought Ivory Coast after that goal was actually going to be inspired and win the game. But that's not the case. Obviously, Norway scored in a very good time in like the 86th minute, and they completely killed the game off. Ivory Coast had no chance of ever coming back after that. And of course, it had to be Erling Haaland. 60 goals and 53 games for Norway. I have never seen a stat like this. This is like a stat that you would see in FIFA. Norway now is going to play Brazil, and we all know the outcome for that game.
Antonio Nusa, are you mad? Goal of the tournament has just been scored by Antonio Nusa. Oh my days. Norway won, Ivory Coast 0. This is a good game. I'll be honest, Ivory Coast have been the better team for majority of the first half. Obviously, early in the half, Holland had one chance. Ivory Coast looked to be the more dangerous team until Antonio Nusa, the Norwegian Neymar, bro, cut inside and scored a top bins with a little to no backlift. And he scored Norway's first ever goal in FIFA World Cup knockout stage in 88 years. This is history. And his celebration was even better, bro. He said, "Where are you? Where are the haters?" A lot of people have been doubting him. They said he might be overrated, you know. He said, "Hold my Brunost. I'll show you guys." But the game is far from over, I'll be honest. Ivory Coast can still make a comeback. Let's see. But man, what a goal.
We have done it. We have finally done it. Norway is through to the round of 16 in the World Cup. And who else but my striker, Erling Braut Haaland. Norway is into the round of 16. Brazil, we will see you soon. Commiserations to Ivory Coast. You did very well to get this far, but it was unfortunate you couldn't get far enough, man. Pepe, my thoughts are with you. Amad as well. Is there anyone better at finishing than Erling Braut Haaland? I don't think there is, because this Erling Braut Haaland guy, when you need him the most, he will always be there. He can have a quiet game, but guess what? He's gonna walk away with the winner. Amad really thought. Amad, you really thought you could do this to my boy. There's no way in hell, Amad, bro. You thought, yeah, we're gonna tie out 1-1. Haaland is still on the pitch. If Haaland's there, there's a way, along with Odegaard. But the footballing world needs to know, if Haaland plays for any of the big nations, they are winning the World Cup immediately. They will win the World Cup. But Erling Haaland, he plays for Norway, and just know Norway is going to face Brazil. And Brazil, there's going to be payback for what you did to Japan. Martinelli, we will see you very, very soon. Erling Haaland, bro, congratulations on making it to the round of 16 along with the rest of the Norway players. You rested 10 players, by the way, against France. It's a good for you on that game. If you didn't, questions would have been asked. Norway we trust.
I just watched the Norway win over Ivory Coast in the round of 32 of the World Cup, and there is one player for me that is a guaranteed flop of the game. And for me, he just never does anything. I don't know if you'll agree with me. First off, thank you so much for 7.5k. We're trying to get 8k by the end of July, so make sure you drop a follow. It's Odegaard. Odegaard for me is somebody that like is deemed so good and should be better, but whenever I watch him, he's just so lackluster. There was a few attacks today where he just holds onto the ball and you're like overthinking. Who does he pass to? Who does he pass to? He ends up making a late pass and nothing comes from it. Genuinely, if I was Norwegian, if I was watching this side, you know, every game and getting really invested, I'd be livid at Odegaard today because of what he done. Like he ruined a good few attacks in my opinion. He then goes and does this, by the way. He should be yellow carded something. He headbutts him. He puts his head into, I believe it's Sangare there. And he commits the foul as well, by the way. A foul in the last minutes of the game. 2-1, their first ever knockout stage game in the World Cup. They're 2-1 up with 2 minutes left to play, a minute left to play. He commits a foul, gives Diallo the chance to score a screamer free kick, and he was this close to doing so. Odegaard for me is the flop of the game. If you don't know, I'm floppy legs. Every single game I watch, I pick a flop of the game. The person for me that was the biggest, lowest point, the worst player, the worst thing, the worst moment. And for me, Odegaard, again, is just somebody so boring to watch. Somebody that's supposed to be so good. Yeah, he's boring for Arsenal as well, man. He's actually just not that good.